everybody. Boy, are the weeks going fast, aren't they, little one? They are going so fast. It just seems like I just only did Sunday chat. Well, it's back there again. And I was sitting earlier eating my breakfast, having my yogurt, having my orange. Think, what am I going to talk about this week? I don't know. Yes, there've been a few days that I've actually haven't been top of the world like I sometimes mostly am. And was it Thursday I went shopping. Leading up to that, I just wasn't feeling 100%, wasn't feeling like I like to be. But I went shopping and then I come home and I sat down and I thought, am I going to do my videos for my other social media than I'm on? I didn't really feel up to doing them because usually when I do them, I usually do a few, maybe about 6. And I save them. And that way over the next couple of days, I release them so people can view them. But I did do them Thursday afternoon, and I'm so glad that I did because I felt so much better. Sometimes it's like I don't know what helps, but I'm glad I forced myself into doing them. I was going to do them, but I wasn't going to do them until later that night. But I thought I'll do them, and I'm glad I did them. And I've just released my last one to air earlier, so I've got to get in and do some more, which I might do this afternoon. Most you know what social media, other media I'm talking about. I don't like to mention it because on here because wait a minute, there, because of a person who watches my videos, who's actually subscribed to my videos, and I don't want them to transfer over to that social media because that place is a different place to here. It is completely different place. I know one of you is following me over there, and if you want to know where it is, but you've got to view the videos, you've actually got to download this other app and sign up. Most people don't want to do that, but that's okay. I actually did think of putting some of the videos on here, but I thought no, because they are like another side of me completely. This side of me is for the Reborn community, and I talk about anything and whatever I want to talk about. I know with Stephanie, people were complaining about things she was having on her channel. This is a Reborn channel. You should not do any other things. But she went up and she stood up for herself saying that it is her channel. She can do what she likes. And I am the same. We all have our own channels and we are here to do whatever we feel like on our channel. Like I do my Sunday chat and I do my story time on a Saturday. And I also do another videos in between when I feel like it. But I feel like it now that I'm going to have to do more, really. I'm going to do some changing videos because if you can remember, we are in spring here in Australia and it is getting warm. When I go shopping, or even on Friday when I went across the road to get my weekly pie and cake, even when I went shopping the day before, got home, had to put the fan on, in the ceiling fan on. I do have a pedestal fan, but I use that for my bedroom overnight. And there are some nights I've been thinking, should I actually put the fan on here now? Because when I get in the bed overnight time, it is warm because I get the afternoon sun in my bedroom. But not up to that yet. Just yet, because tonight I got to put my covers up. But I have taken my blanket off my bed. And it's just sitting on the floor over there somewhere. I know I've got to put it away. I've actually got some of those vacuum seal bags. You know, you get them and you suck all the air out of them so they sink down. And I was wondering, actually, should I wash my blanket before I do that? I did wash it early this year. Should I wash it before I actually store it away? It's only been on my bed. I don't think I should wash it. Let me know in the comments, do you think I should wash it before I store it? Because I don't do it soon. Soon it'll be winter time again. I'll have to get it out. These vacuum storage bags are really good. I mean, I've got something that I have yet to send to Stephanie. And because of the box that I already had here, I didn't want to get a bigger box to put things in. So, because there were some things I got that were, I won't say out the word, but I wanted to make them, I couldn't make them any smaller the way they were. I couldn't wrap them any smaller, fold them any smaller. So I actually went online and I got this machine thing that'll actually sucks all the air. You put it on and it sucks all the air out of it. It is amazing. So there was actually, no, actually two things I had to do that too. So I know when I post it, I keep needing to post it. I mean, I've got to get some more things I want to put into it. I'm going to have to, might do it Monday, which means I've got to nick over and get some witchetty grubs. I know Jackie loved the witchetty grubs I sent last time. And yes, I think anything else I want to put in there. Mainly a few things. And yeah, what else? Oh, I had this weirdest dream. But I'm great for having weird dreams. I mean, last night it was really weird. It was set up on the Tweed where I was born. And it was like where I volunteered was moving. They had to move because this is only the dream. Remember, I live in Coffs Harbour. This happened up on the Tweed Heads area. And the place in my dream where I was volunteering, they had to move because where they had it was sold. And they found this place a bit outside of Bar, which is on Tweed. And the place was called Cavern Bar. Now, there is no place up there called Cavern Bar. But there is a hall here in Coffs Harbour called Cavern Bar. Crazy. It was crazy because we're moving things, and in my dream I was walking. I was walking up on the main, it wasn't on the highway, side of the highway, and when I was in the dream, that road is no longer like it is now. It's been upgraded, and I was walking up this hill, and of course we're moving, had to go somewhere else, and it was really weird. But in the process of saying that, it seemed like at the time I wasn't in Bar, I was living somewhere else, and I was thinking in my dream I was looking to move to Bar because it was going to be closer to where I was doing my volunteer work. But then, anybody else have any weird dreams? And it was really weird because also, sometimes in a lot of my dreams, I am going to the loo, going to the toilet, sit on the toilet, and most of the time I'm doing it in front of whoever's there. It is in the dream. And it's crazy. And now I go to the toilet, yep, no worries, you know, wash my hands, go out, no. And I think I did that dream, I think maybe twice I went to that one. Then I can remember I was walking up this road and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I have been walked this way twice in the last day because we are moving. We were walking. It seemed like there was no cars we could use. It was really weird. And one thing I have really got used to knowing, but somewhere in my dreams it doesn't register that. if I'm in my dreams and I want to go to the toilet, it means, silly, wake up, you need to go to the toilet. But it takes a while before I wake up. And of course, when I woke up this morning, it was like, okay, I've got to go to the toilet. And I was there. I don't remember actually getting out of bed, but I remember walking to getting there. But I did eventually wake up. And it was really weird. I have the weirdest dreams. There's another dream I had a few weeks back, and it was completely different to that one. It was, because it's getting warmer, when it's really warm, actually at the moment, it's warm at night time, I wear my birthday suit to bed. And I had this dream the other week, and this dream was actually set in Southport. I know there's a Southport over in the UK, but this Southport is in Queensland here on the Gold Coast here. And it was like, where I volunteer was actually in Southport. And I had to go somewhere, and I had to talk to someone on the computer. And while I was at the computer things, I was naked. Everybody else there was a full room of other people, but I was the only one who was naked. And the person who I was going to talk to was actually in another street over somewhere. It's down the road and over, next street over. Why couldn't I'm not quite sure where I was actually in, what building I was in, but I remember I was in Southport. And why did I actually get so far to come here where I was on the computer talking to them when I could have just walked straight to them? Don't ask me. But as I said, I was naked. Everybody else around me were fully clothed, and here I was. I was stark naked. I've had dreams before where I have been naked. And I meant to actually Google that. Because remember, there was one dream years ago where, again, this was up at Palm Beach, Currumbin area on the Gold Coast, which is just a little bit north of the New South Wales, Queensland border. And I was walking, and of course I was naked. I can't remember if I was actually naked in bed, but I know that in this dream I was. And I was walking. It didn't worry me. I don't know, maybe I will actually do a Google. It's something maybe, I don't know, maybe because I'm open with myself, I'm open with everybody. I talk about anything and everything that is going on with me. Then I just remembered I did not introduce you to the babies I have with me today. If you've seen the story time yesterday, as always, I transferred the babies from story time into my Sunday chat. And this little baby, my very first Stephanie baby, look at her. She is amazing. Yeah, she's a baby who's got to be changed. This is Maddie. She is a Lizzie kit. I followed Steffi on Patreon, and must be a couple of years ago now, probably more than 2 years, that she had up that she had needed to sell some of her babies. And she said which kit she had, and when I heard she had a Lizzie kit, I messaged her to find out how much she was going to be and everything. I said, yeah, I want a Lizzie kit because I already had one. This is the first work of art I have actually got from Stephanie. And when I got this baby, I could not believe that. Even when I look at her, I think she is so amazing. They're completely different works of art to this one. They just look like completely different kits when you look at them. Except when I was showing a guy at where I volunteer my babies on my phone, he did see them as twins because the same kit. But they just look so different. But although she's got Baldy. Stephanie, as you know, Stephanie just does mostly, she very rarely does rooted hair. I'm sorry to any Aussies who's on here, because to us rooting means something completely different. But we all know that the Americans can be a bit out there. I'm not criticizing you, but it can be. I can remember once I mentioned it on one of Stephanie's lives about what that is to us in Australia. And I know once Stephanie did a video and she mentioned this, and I just laughed. I just laughed. And it was amazing. And at the time when I was feeling down and just hearing her say it just and now Stephanie knows what it means, and sometimes she mentions it, and it is really weird to us Aussies when you say that. Maddie, as you know, she's a Lizzie kit. I've got to change her. See how we go. Might do it tomorrow. I might do it this afternoon while my video's saving and what I got to do to it. Oh, and speaking about that, I actually was thinking of I use Windows Movie Maker to put my movies together. And I think maybe I should learn another one, a different one. So yesterday I went on and searched for one, a free one, and I found one, I downloaded one. I got into the habit of how to do it. But there's one thing, I'm getting it really good. But I did one, I saved it, went to view it. It was out of whack. It was squished up. It was squished up. I did the story time one yesterday. I did it, and it was squished up. It was like, you know, that wide and that tall. Sorry, Maddie. And I tried again, but it's getting the transitions that I like into it, the animations that I like to put into it, to go from one thing to another. Like when you first open my video up, you get the one, it turns around. Then you get that. Then when you go from that, it introduces you to the video. You got one where it fades out or in, whatever. Then at the end, I have a heart one to end it all off for the last frame. And sometimes if I stop a video for some reason, I got to get something, or I want to do something else, I actually add, when there's like that, I actually have a transition goes from one part of it to the other. But I cannot do it in that other thing. So I'm just going to stay with Windows Movie Maker, because sometimes I like to put, I don't know. But I'm staying with it. It's easy. I could do it almost with my eyes closed. I could do it one hand behind my back. No worries. It is so easy to do. Because, you know, I transfer once I do my videos, I take my screenshot, my thumbnail image, I transfer them to my computer and or laptop. People say computer or laptop. Laptop, we know what a laptop is, and computer means the other thing. But I still call it my computer. And I transfer it there and put it all together on there. I know some people probably they do it on their phone. There is things you can actually, apps on your phone where you can actually edit them on there. But I have my images on my computer. I have my music on my computer. It's all there. So it's easy enough for me to do it on there. Plus, there's no plus. Oh, and you know, I just remembered a second ago that her name is Maddie. When Stephanie was actually coming up with a name for her, I think she had a few, and she was on Patreon. She actually, I think, if I remember rightly, she had like a little thing going, a poll, people think what name they like. And the name she picked was Madeline. but it wasn't actually spelt. Madeline can be spelled, I think, a couple of ways, but the way she spelled it was not the normal way, the usual way. So I couldn't remember what it was, so I just call her Maddie. Now, Maddie could be M-A-D-D-I-E or M-A-D-D-I. I haven't decided. I've had her for 2 years, and if she's confused, so am I. So that is little Maddie. She is so adorable. Oh. Speaking of which, my baby maker here in Australia, the lovely Margaret Marsh, should have my baby. I got an email the other day from where I got my special kit from, saying it's available, and she has them, and had the postage cost. So I contacted her to let her know. I said, this is going straight to Margaret. She's also getting one. I said, how much for the postage? She said, okay. She's told me the process. Say, okay. And come back to, I'll pay for the postage, completely paid off. In the process, she said, it's a bit late because Margaret's already paid for the postage, and I just had to pay a little bit more for that. Okay, when I went to pay it, it wouldn't let me. Didn't know what the problem was. It would not let me pay it. And for some reason I went into, I was on my phone, and it was at night. I think I've got to give this another go, because I don't like leaving payments outstanding, because I thought I might forget. And I didn't want to forget. But she was lovely. Elna was lucky, happy to post them, even though she didn't get my part of the postage. I thought, that's okay. And I was in bed late that night. I can't remember, maybe Wednesday night, I think. And I thought, I've got to give this another go. Okay, I did it. It seems that I had to verify my account. I had to make sure it was me in doing that. So I had to go through the rigmarole, getting information about who I am, how to verify my address. I have been with PayPal since 2011. 19 years I have been with PayPal. And this is the first time I've actually come across that. I had to verify who I was. And when I got the first message, I was on my computer when I did this. And so I messaged Elna, and I said, there's a problem with PayPal. I did a copy and pasted, this is the message that's coming up. She came and said, it's okay. She said she's had to do it before, do that as well. Just pay it when you can, and she will post the baby off on Friday. And she did that, she actually did that a couple of days ago. Yeah, today's Sunday. So my baby should be with Margaret soon. What are we in? October? Maybe she may be here before Christmas. I don't know. Because I'm not going to say how special this baby is. And I'm still thinking of a name for her. I actually thought of a name, and I've got to really think of a name. As you know, most of my babies' names are from family members, except for Maddie. But Maddie already came with her name, and I kept that name. Maddie is the only second-hand baby. Well, you wouldn't call her second-hand, because Steffi, you all know Steffi very rarely keeps her reborns for too long. Get to the stage she has them, then she sells them. Except for Parker. And at the moment she's got another one, Charlotte, where she will never sell that. I don't know. I know why, but all because I think when she was painting or something, somehow they got glitter into the paint or something, and she's got all these glitter things over. I thought that'd be so neat. That'd be sparkly. That would be a vampire like on Twilight. All sparkly babies. Now, that is a thing. Maybe she should get into that. Maybe when it comes to painting their hair, she could put a bit of sparkle in it. What do you reckon, people? That would be something amazing. You know, you take them out in the sunlight and they all sparkle. Yeah? I've got to change you. I've got to go find some summer outfits, which means I've got to wash the winter outfits. So I will do that later. Dreams, crazy dreams. What else is happening? Remember, I'll put maybe down. Remember, I think that 2-3 weeks ago I mentioned I had this thing on my arm. And I went to the doctor and he said, it's okay. Just to get itchy, he said, put some cream on it. Moisturising cream. And these things on my neck, which are just skin tags, which developed when I just turned 60. So getting old is all these things pop up everywhere. Well, the thing on my arm, he said, it's okay, it's not cancerous, and it won't kill you. But it has gotten bigger since then. He said, sometimes I do take them off, and I've got a skin check next Thursday, and I'm thinking that I will have it cut off because it's gotten really bigger and it's still itchy. There it is, see? See, it's like a boil or something, but it's not. It's itchy. If I do that, it's really itchy. It gets itchy. Itchy around it. So, I hope you can get a good view of that. It's really itchy. It does not have a head on it. So when I go on Thursday and see it's itchy, I'm going to have it cut off. I know it'll probably leave a scar, but you know what? It's itchy. If I just scratch it, I know it's there, but sometimes when you're going to scratch things, you forget. And you just scratch. And that's what it's like this in the first place. That's why I went to see the doctor the other week about it, because it was itchy. And I'm thinking I'll see what happens when and the skin tags, when I went shopping on, when did I go in? Wednesday, Thursday. It was Thursday because I had to go, or was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Excuse me, girls. I get so out of whack sometimes. Well, let's say it was one day last week. I went shopping and I ran into another volunteer there. We were there talking, and I was just talking about different things. How I got skin tags. And she also got skin tags all around. They're all little bumps around your neck here. Oh no, I'll pick some off. And one there. You just see pulling up there. There's skin tags. And it's like they just developed after I turned 60. Doctor said it's the same. It's with age. Everything. As you get older, these things happen. Your body starts to wear down, and that's what the doctor said. This is. He said, age. Oh my God, everything's age these days. I wish they would stop putting that in my face. I don't mind being the age I am. I love being the age I am, because there are millions of people out there who have not reached the age I am. And it is, you know, I think I mentioned before, I have lost 2 sisters and they never reached this age. They never reached 60. One sister was 57 when she passed away in 2009. She passed away. Oh, that's 11 years. It's this month. I'm pretty sure it was this month, October. And I'm sorry, this is just these skin tags. What was I saying? Oh, I forgot. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, my age. Yes, I'm proud of the age I am. I might not like it, but I don't want to go back, because I love where I am at the moment, where I'm living. I love where I'm living at the moment. I love living in Coffs Harbour, but in saying that, Coffs Harbour might not be my forever place to live. I don't know, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow or next week, and who knows what might happen. So as I said, I don't think I will be moving out of this place where I am at the moment, because I've looked at the rentals today, and they're all dearer than what I'm paying here, but they've got 2 bedrooms. But in saying that, they're probably even smaller than where I'm living, especially when the one I looked at last time. So at the moment, I'm staying here. And in saying that, something come to my mind where I was thinking about, and it seems like when I moved in here, it was told that the guy in the front unit was mowing the lawn. He mows the lawn and puts the garbage out. It seems like he stopped mowing the lawn because I've got weeds come up. He hasn't come to mow. So it looks like I'm going to have to do it myself. That's okay. In saying that, we actually had a garden shed out the back that we could use to store things in. We no longer have that garden shed because it is laying flat on the ground because of him. It was in the corner. He moved it forward. I don't know, it was early last year, I think it was, late last year. He moved it forward and he put like a greenhouse behind it. And I complained about all the junk he had out in my place. And the real estate lady come have a look, and she told him, "Oh, move it." So when he moved it back, he actually took the roof off the garden shed. And he had tomato plants that were really outgrown. He wasn't utilising it. He wasn't looking after it. And he just let it run. I took a photo of it and I sent it to the real estate. He cleaned it up, but in the process, he actually moved the garden shed forward. And when I had the inspection, I actually mentioned to the lady when she came in about how he's moved it forward and that. She took a photo. Then last week, we had a bit of wind and that garden shed blew over and is still lying there. So the garden shed is no longer of use to anyone. It cannot be used. I'm pretty sure that it was supplied by Strata, people who actually manage the place. So garden shed. I know I do have a mower which I purchased because the one they had before me died. But I noticed the other last week he actually had a mower. He actually went and bought his own mower. And I'm thinking because the lady who was in Unit 2, she moved out and he has stopped mowing the lawn. The lawn has not grown, except it's got those weeds, with the yellow flowers on it. Not well, but they're in certain places. So I'm going to have to, I was thinking, because the grass is almost, it looks shocking. So I'm thinking of getting some weed and feed to hose it down to actually help it. I've got to ask the guy, is the mower okay? Because it's flat, it's not a very big area. And if the mower is okay, I'm going to get some weed and feed to actually weed it. There was this big, I think it was a Ponciana tree there growing, and it was close to the line, washing a clothesline, and when the washing experiment, it'll get caught on this tree. So one night last week, I'd actually brought some gloves and some secateurs to cut it, trim it, but I didn't get round to it. But it was one night I was washing, I did my sheets, I said, this is tonight. So I trimmed it all back, and so my washing, and it looks really good. And I think I said this last week. And there was also weeds and different pieces there. And one day when I got dressed and went up there one day with a hat on and everything, and pulled out all these weeds, and it does look a lot better, but it needs to, So I'm thinking of getting some weed and feed. We may have to get some weed and feed, and I have to get a hose. Weed and feed, I think if they still have it, which it waters, it feeds the garden and actually kills the weeds. So these yellow things, if I'm right, they are only weeds. So we have this month, actually, the owner of Unit 2 is moving into her unit. And so it'll be interesting. I might ring the real estate tomorrow and find out about getting this shed fixed up, saying we no longer have a shed. And I let them know that it looks like I always also have to mow the back part because the guy in the front is no longer doing it. I don't know. Otherwise he wouldn't. Why would he buy his own mower? I've got to find out if my mower is still okay. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing it. But if he's not doing it, he should at least have the courtesy, the respect to let me know that sorry, he's no longer doing it. I know once when I got the real estate out, when he had all this junk out here, as I said, he actually takes our garbage bins out. This Sunday that Sunday he didn't take my garbage bin out because I reported him to the real estate about what junk out there, and he was really pissed off that I did it. And this Sunday was the day I actually put my chicken bone in the garbage. And our garbage, we have 2 bins. We have a recycle bin and a garbage bin, and they go out alternate weeks. So this week is garbage bin week. So I mean, I've got to put some garbage out later. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the week that he was garbage week. And when I buy a chicken, I usually buy a barbecue chicken. I haven't bought one for a while because I usually have it as on toasted sandwiches, and it's too warm at the moment for toasted sandwich. I have other things. Like last night I had a fried egg and cheese sandwich. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love my fried eggs. I actually have an omelette maker. It's one where it's got 2 compartments, and where you can make the omelette. You mix the omelette, pour the omelette and close it, and it'll actually cook. It's not when you have to flip over, it cooks it both. So I actually have 2 eggs. Yeah, 2 eggs, you know. It's 2 compartments, so I have 2 fried eggs on my sandwich, and the shape of them actually enough to go on the one slice of bread. Perfect. And I put a cheese on top of that, because when the egg's hot, the cheese melts. And beautiful. I am so loving being back to white bread. I'm so glad that I didn't have to go back to gluten. I tell you, everything at the moment. I actually brought some. I know when I went to the dietitian a couple of weeks back, she said because I'm eating gluten-free cornflakes, is not enough fibre, and she said get some psyllium husk. So when I went shopping the other day, I actually brought some, and I've got to have a tablespoon of psyllium husk on my gluten-free cornflakes, which I do. I got half a tablespoon, a measuring spoon in there, so I put 2 of those on, and it's okay. And if I have wheat bix, I think it's only a teaspoon on my wheat bix. You know what? I like wheat bix, but I like them in the winter mainly. I don't know. I might get some. When I do shop next week, I might get some wheat bix, and yeah, because I'll need. I like cornflakes because they're nice and they're crunchy, and maybe I might get a packet of cornflakes as well, and because I don't mind putting a tablespoon of psyllium husk on them. And also with cornflakes, I'm not sure about normal cornflakes, because I used to eat, before I went this, I used to have, the cereal I used to eat was rice bubbles. Oh, love rice, but with rice bubbles you had to put sugar on it. Yes, I love me sugar. And I, with the gluten-free cornflakes, I never had to put sugar on it. But wheat bix, when wheat bix is hot, you got to put a bit more sugar than normal. But when it's cold, you don't need to put as much sugar, which is good. I love wheat bix. Wheat bix is really good for you for fibre, and that's what I need to get my bowels working. I've finally got into fruit. I've decided I'm just going to eat my oranges. I hadn't had oranges in a while. But my favourite apple of all time is Red Delicious apples, but they're no longer available. You cannot buy Red Delicious apples anywhere. And it's crazy. I don't know why they stopped making them. Only because I went to look for some and I didn't have them. So I might just stick to my oranges, have a couple of oranges a day. I did buy some chicken breasts the other week. I was going to cook them up and have them with a salad. But I decided just to have it on a sandwich. Because I cook it in my air fryer, maybe about 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer. I do 20 minutes and then I take it out and cut it. If it's not cooked, I put it in for another 5 minutes to see how she's going. And I just have it on a sandwich with barbecue sauce. Yummy, yummy. I did actually have it once with, I had the chicken and I had cheese and lettuce. I love lettuce, it's nice and crunchy. I found a beautiful recipe on YouTube. It's a chicken recipe. It is really good. It's a slow cooker recipe and I've got to get into doing it. It's chicken breasts, it's some chicken condensed soup, it's other things, it's things that I could do and it looks really yummy. I know we're in summer here at the moment, but it's something and I could add some veggies into that and hopefully it will fit in my 3-litre one because I don't like my 5.5 litre slow cooker because I never know where to put it. High, low, I don't know where to put it. I was actually thinking I've got to get some more containers. I buy that, you know, those Japanese takeaway containers you can get. I brought some and they were 650 mils and I feel they are too big. So I'm looking for a smaller one. And the only place I can get them is on eBay. And I've got to buy a lot. But then again, I actually don't, when I use them, I don't wash them. I boil hot water when I've emptied it and I pour it into that. And when it's all clean, and I'll put it in the garbage. Lazy. I don't care. I don't like washing up as it is. So these are good, just throw them out. Sometimes I've looked at buying frozen meals from the supermarkets and that, but they seem really big. Because when I have a meal, especially with a stew, if I make a stew or something, I like to have a bit of bread with it so it fills it up. Or if I'm going to make this, I've got some veggies in there. I brought some chicken soup. I've got some chicken breast. It is 2 or 3. So one day I'm going to make that. When I go shopping, I've got to get the ingredients, so I'm going to make that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will fit in my 3-litre one. Because it is a good one. Now, introduce a new next baby. Oh. 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 This is Hannah. And you know, she is a Lizzie kit. And this Lizzie kit is 1 of 100. This Lizzie kit has got her butt signed by the one who created the kit. And when I change it, I will show you her butt. I've got 2 of my Reborns have been signed by the ones who did the kit. And that is Joy and Hannah. Hannah is a family name. Actually, it's a surname. It goes back to my grandfather's grandmother. Her maiden name was Hannah. And that's where the Hannah is. And because she's a redhead, yeah, I've really got into getting more. Got to do a changing video, change them. Then I can wash their clothes, chuck the clothes in the washing machine, go through, and what are you looking at? Are you looking at that hanger? Yeah. I'll show you that one day. years ago, I actually was into bead making and doing that. And I met a friend, and she lived in South Australia. And one year she sent me this hummingbird what do you call it? Oh, what are they things? Suncatcher, hummingbird suncatcher, and I loved it. So then I went searching, Googling for hummingbirds, and I found some. And so I got into making suncatchers myself with the hummingbirds, and it was amazing. Sometimes I thought of getting back into it, but then trying to find the same stringing wire that I used, that I did, probably couldn't find it. But I thought, no, I've got my Reborns, just getting to get them changed is thing. See how different this lady was created by Butterfly Nursery or something. Her name was Rose, here in Australia. She was my first Lizzie kit, weren't you? Yeah, and that's why I got married, because she was a Lizzie kit, because I loved it. What else is happening? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, Garfield? Garfield needs changing. So I've got to change them. I've got a few babies I've got to change out. I've got some shorts and that for the bigger babies, the little babies. I didn't change so much the little babies because just because. What else is happening? I had to clean my fridge out the other day. I don't clean unless I have to. And I took something out. I noticed there was a container of pineapple in the back, and I was tipped it on its side. And you can bet the mess underneath the crisper. So I had to clean that out. So I take things out. And I thought, how do you clean the fridge out? I don't clean it very often. So I just up some warm soapy water in the sink, and I wiped it all. A bit hard getting off. So I just poured the warm water straight onto the bottom of the fridge and got it nice and clean. I had to wash everything, and looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. There's one thing I want to get if I can. I see it advertised on TV. Bacon you can cook in your microwave, but I don't know where you get it from. When I search for microwave bacon, it just tells you how to cook your microwave, how you cook your bacon in your microwave. I don't know, so I have no idea. So I'm going to, maybe someone out there, maybe Sally, you might know where we can get the microwave you cook in the bacon. Yes, sorry, the bacon you cook in the microwave. I haven't had bacon in a long time, but I love bacon. I just don't like cooking it. Bet you got the fry pan, you got to get the fry pan out and the fat, and I actually don't use my stove. I don't use it a lot because why? It's only slow cooker. I got my air fryer and that. So what's the day? I might have a pizza for tea tonight. I might do that. I was going to have one last night because on Domino's Facebook page you can get it for 50% off for a pizza. I thought, great. So I went in there and just checked. Yeah, if you use that, 50% off brings it to $11 something. But then you got to spend another $11. But if I get a $15 pizza, includes delivery, I just get that. And sometimes I might see if I can get a garlic bread for $2. If I want, I have never paid full price for a pizza. I usually, even before this $15 one, I used to Google, and you can get this site there to find voucher numbers for pizza. I know they have, Domino's have things on the website for cheap pizzas and all that, but I know one stage I was getting garlic bread for $2, at the moment I can get 2 for $2.50. I love garlic bread. So I might get a pizza, see what garlic bread I can get. And yeah, I like to order online. And ordering online, I can't use Chrome. I use Chrome as my browser. I love using Chrome. But I actually went on to Facebook and complained about Domino's, how you can't view all of it. You can't, the site on Chrome is absolute bananas. You can't view it. If you want to do half and half, which I was working at, but you can't actually see it, and even when it's tracking, you can't actually view it. It all plays up. So I'm thinking it's Chrome, maybe Chrome. So the guy suggests I use Firefox. So when I want to order Domino's pizza, I actually got to go into Firefox to order it, so that way I can see the tracking when the order's taken, it's in the oven being ready, it's in the store being waiting to be picked up, and it's on its way. I can see it, it's coming along the road. So I know when it's going to be here. I know at one stage, I think when I was in the other place, I used to order it, and I could smell it even before it got there. I used to have a very sensitive nose, not really sensitive. I know when I did deliveries on the Gold Coast with my dad, I could smell when it needed more oil. I could smell it. It was really weird. What I did for that man, and did I get thanks? No. Because he was an arsehole. He was only concerned about himself. I might put you down. Yeah, Garfield. I can remember when I was told I had cancer, let them know. Then had a sister ring me saying, what do you want to know? I said, no, it's only early cancer. It's pre-cancer, it's not actually cancer. And she was going on. She said that she actually had to, because she went through cancer herself twice, the same cancer. It came back the second time. And at the stage where she actually had to go home to Mum and Dad because she needed help being looked after. And this one sister who always lived at home right up until she had to move out. And the way she treated Trish was ridiculous. It's like she should not have been in their house. And Trish told me that Dad was more interested in this other sister who had breast cancer than Trish. She had to make sure the other sister had all the support, was getting everything she needed, did not see how Trish was going. And this is what Trish told me. He did not give a damn about anything. Because Trish was the only one who rang me when I had mine. No one else thought to ring me. And because Trish, I think I've said it before, Trish and I, we did two courses together. So she got to see me as other people outside the family see me. Because when I'm with family members, I'm with the family. I'm not out there. I'm not bright and bubbly. I'm withdrawn, and it's just my family. I can remember that, I think I've said this before, growing up I had the feeling that I was adopted, and which is what everyone who had been through childhood trauma, although my trauma was enough to cause me to have my mental illness, I am not blaming anyone for what they did to cause this. There is no one, I'm not blaming one person or two people. I am not blaming anyone, okay? People think there is one person out there who thinks that I actually was blaming my mum for having my borderline, my abandonment issues. I am not blaming her. not blaming mum, whatever. No way. Because it was just, I was baby number 5, you know, and she was just doing what she probably did to everybody else, all the other babies. I suppose when the first one was coming, first one came along, she was okay because she had more time on her hand. But when it comes to number 5 or number 6, number 7, number 8, yes, there's 9 of us. 9 of us. And you know what? I'm the best. I always felt like I was the black sheep of the family. Until 2005, I realised I was the rainbow sheep. I'm the best. I'm open about what I say. I don't lie. I don't sugarcoat anything. In saying that, the mind is something amazing. Something happened in my late teens that wasn't until a few weeks ago I remembered it. It was like it happened, then my mind just shut it off altogether. And this is the first time I'm actually openly speaking about something that happened. No, I wasn't raped. But for me to forget it, like, I don't know, probably 15, 20 minutes after it happened, until a few weeks back, it really must have affected me so much, my brain completely shut it out. And at the moment, I know after it happened, I knew I wasn't going to tell anybody because they wouldn't have believed me. You know, they wouldn't have believed, oh no, that didn't happen. No, they would not have believed me this happened. And as I said, only a few weeks back, I was sitting on the lounge watching TV and wham, this memory came to what happened. And I thought, my God, how could I forget that? You know, it's, as I said, I haven't told any about what happened. And I think, and it's sad that I actually got no one I can tell. I know I've got people out there who I can email and let them know, but it's different when you're telling someone face to face. And I am thinking that when I go see my doctor next, I am going to ask for a referral to see a psychologist, just to tell someone. And the only I want to go to a psychologist because there's one across the road from where I live. I discovered this place a couple of weeks back, and it's just because I can go, there's different ways to go to the plaza, and sometimes I will change the different way I go just to get out of the routine of doing it. And when I went, there's actually 3 ways. Well, there could be more, it could be 4, 5. It's different if you go longer ways, you know, get where you're going. I might do that one day. And just a different way to get there. But it's getting hot at the moment, and yeah. But I went this way and I seen this. Oh. So I actually did a Google for it to where it is. I thought, oh, yes. So I've got to get a mental health plan, but I'm not quite sure if I have to see the doctor to actually ask for the mental health plan done, or can I just, when I go there on Thursday, I'm going to ask them about, I want to have a mental health plan done, because that's the main thing that upset me, is I want to talk about things, and I have got no one to actually speak to about, someone to actually validate what I'm saying. Yes, I said earlier, I have got people here who will email anytime, but there are some things, as I said also, that saying it face to face, so someone saying someone face to face, so that you can get their reaction, and it's hard, you know. I've been to one psychologist since my first one passed away, but I didn't like her. And this is a female, so yeah, I'm going to get a mental health plan. So I can get, on Medicare, I can get 10 visit free a month. Sorry, not a month, a year, in a calendar year. So that's what I'm going to do, because there's something I want to say, and saying it on here. Maybe once I tell someone face to face, maybe then I can email someone on here who I email, and that I can tell her. Calling of day, am I upset because of what happened, or am I upset because I got no one to tell? And it's because I got no one to tell, and like, haven't told anyone before, like my exes. I haven't told anyone before. I didn't even tell Sarah while I was seeing her, because I didn't know about it. My brain completely blocked it out. Which it does that. As I said, no, I wasn't raped. If I was raped, it would have been out before now. But then again, I think if I did tell someone, especially family, I did tell someone, they would say it never happened. I don't know what they would have said. They wouldn't have said, no, it wouldn't have happened. No, that's my family. Having no one to talk to, that you can confide on face to face, it's hard. That's the only thing that really gets to me. And it's hard. There's no one I can trust. I know about once a week, I email my volunteer coordinator to let them know how things are going with me. And I am feeling good in that respect about what's happening. I know sometimes when I do go to the loo and open my bowels, I sometimes get a bit of bloating or wind. I get a bit of burping, and that comes up. It's only after I go to the loo. I know I've got to try and get out of my comfort zone. I've been thinking maybe when they catch the bus and go into town and, and do that. But thinking about it is not doing it, is it? No. So, we all know Garfield. When I go shopping in Woolies, they have like a half a trolley. To you Americans, it's a shopping trolley when we go shopping to put our food in. We have the high one, the full one, high one, and now a few years ago they actually brought in half ones, and I love them because they're not so hard to push home. I tell you. And he gets in there, he sits in the corner where I do my shopping. He sits proudly in there where I go to the shopping. Don't they? I've got to change you. And it's crazy. I love going shopping. I love, I try to only go once a week because getting out, but I feel like if I just get out and go, what's today, Sunday? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, wouldn't get ingredients, but it's hot. Stuff it, but then I've got to get some containers to freeze it in. That is the question. Oh, excuse me. Another thing I want to talk about is sleep. Sometimes it is hard to get to sleep. I get to sleep. Then I wake up in the morning and go to the toilet, and it's like I don't want to go back to sleep. For some reason, I do not want to go back. I don't know why. It happened this morning. I woke about, 3 o'clock. I think it might have been. And when I went to bed, I didn't want to go to sleep. So, of course, I got up. I didn't get out of bed. I got up and went on my phone, my tablet, and did my puzzles I do on there. Then I went on to my other social media where I go. And yes, and it is crazy. Gotta get sunshine. Sunshine. Yes, it's sunshine. It's starting to get a bit warm here now. Yeah. And thank you to almost, I've got some new subscribers. I don't know who you are. Why do people insist on having their channel hidden? where when they subscribe to someone, no one can see you. Don't you want subscribers for your channel? Because most of the time, 99.9999% I will subscribe back. And I know I've got a few in the last couple, maybe a couple in the last few days. I don't know. I can just see my numbers go up, but that is okay. But it's just I don't know who they are, so I can't go and watch your videos, which I've got to get back into doing, which I might do when I'm putting this together, when I think about if I'm going to have a pizza or not for tea, when I've got to work out if I might wait till Monday. I've got to put garbage out. Once I get the video put together, I've got to put the garbage out, otherwise it's full. The recycle bin is full, so I've got to put out. I've got a garbage bin and a recycle bin inside, and when they're full, I just put them out, which is what I've got to do. And they're in the little room in there. So everybody, I think this is this for a week. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you got right to the end, thank you very much. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever in the world. Remember, people, your channel is your channel. Do whatever you feel like doing on your channel. And someone says that's not Reborn stuff, ignore them, block them, whatever. But remember, it is your channel to do what you want. I know a lot of people just do Reborn stuff. They do about Reborn, box opening hauls and that. Yes, it's okay. But in essence, it does get a bit boring if that is all they're doing. I know there's one channel, was it Ty and Nana's Place? I think correct me? She does outings. She just went on a holiday and she did some videos. And I love seeing places where you go. Even if it's just to drive in the country, I love seeing that. So anyone out there who wants to think that this is a Reborn, I'm just a Reborn channel. You're not just a Reborn. Reborns are amazing. We do like seeing Reborns. But we all like to see something else a part of your area. Even if it's just down the main street. If you live in the bush somewhere, if you live near wherever, if you go into the zoo or the beach, whatever, take us with you. You know, I've done that in the past when I've gone on holidays. I've gone on holidays and the videos are good, especially if you go to another part of your country where you haven't been, another state, you want to do a video for your channel. And it's also for us to enjoy where you've been, but it's also good for you to remember where you have been, and you can watch that again and feel how you felt when you did that. So I'm not just a Reborn. I do a lot. I got to get some more ideas. It's hard coming up with ideas to do. Of course, changing. As I said, I'm not going on holidays yet. I think I should go before I run out of room. So everybody, thank you all if you got to the end of the channel. Thank you to my subscribers, especially those who comment. I love seeing comments and I will reply. If you have comments enabled on your channel, please, especially if you're a small channel, just heart it or comment, just reply to the comment, whatever they say, thank you, or make something, just comment about it. So keep interaction with there. And interact with each other on channels. I know Stephanie's always saying this, interact with each other, you know, so we know each other, especially if you're part of the family. So I should go. I'm not quite sure how much room I got left. So we'll see you on next video, which probably will be a changing video. So Sunshine will say goodbye and Garfield will say goodbye. And we'll have a good day. I'm doing good. I'm at the moment. These chats for me is good. I'm glad that those who say they enjoy my chats, thank you very much. As I said, it's a kind of therapy. This chat didn't know what I was going to talk about. As I said, it was just off the cuff, which most of my chats are about. And I hope I will see what happens. Let you know what's happened about the garden shed. Okay. So everybody, say goodbye now. Bye. Bye.